Hey there, Red Knight Band students. Welcome to video 2 on the reading music, beginning students performance written music written treble clef worksheets that we have you working on. All right, we are working on the second set of in the pamphlet. All right, and so the first page is a lot of what we were doing, what we did before. A little bit of review, talking about how we only use the first set of the alphabet. All right, only A to G, and then we repeat. All right, a little review. We go from the first line, all the way up to G, the first space above the staff. Okay, spaces are with face, so F-A-C-E is how we spell our spaces. And then we have elephants go bouncing down freeways for our lines. Okay, and just a little bit of help for you as we begin. All right, this note right here, okay, is called a whole note. Whole note, okay, and that's worth 4 beats. Okay, then we have a half note, okay, and that's half note. Okay, and those are worth 2 beats each. Okay, this is a quarter note, and that's worth 1 beat. And then these are called eighth notes, and 2 of them is worth 1 beat. 1 by itself, okay, is worth half of a beat. Okay, so just if you got to come back and look at this, just pay attention to that, okay? Turn the page. First page is a lot, because it is a lot like what we just did on page 1, okay? You're filling in the blanks, A, B, C, D, E, F, yada, yada, yada. Try those on your own. Down here, E, F, G, A, B, C, etc. Okay, and then down, you're working down this way. Activity 3 is lines or spaces, okay? They're giving us an example that's a space. The next one happens to be a line. Then we have another line, okay? You try the rest, okay? Activity 4 is asking us to go, what is the second note higher or lower than the first note? So their example, it's higher, okay? The next one happens to be lower, okay? And then here they're asking you to write what the note name is underneath the whole note. Okay, so we have B, D, you do the rest. Okay, we turn the page. Okay, you're spelling words with the letters, with the whole notes or the quarter notes or the half notes here. Okay, so this one is A, G, E. Okay, you try 1, 2, and 3. Activity 7 is you're filling out the answer. Sorry, you're finishing the question. So, did that vegan just eat an? And if we remember from last time around, it's egg. E, G, G. Okay, you do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Sorry, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, here's where things get a little different. Okay. This one is asking you to practice drawing a whole note on the note G in each measure and trace the first note to start. Okay, a whole note, once again, is just a giant circle on the line. So you can go here. Okay, if you remember previously, this is also a G, and then you can go back here if you like. Okay, next up is draw 2 half notes on the E line, on note E in each measure. They've given us the example that it's on there, but we can also go down here. Okay, and then there we go. You finish the next 2 measures, okay? A little bit of music theory for us. The space, and I brought this up earlier, the space between 2 of these bar lines, this is a bar line, okay, between here is called a measure, okay? So when you see that word measure, this is what it's talking about, is this between the 2 bar lines, okay? Practice 3, Practice drawing 4 quarter notes of each measure on the line note F. You can use the top line F or the bottom space F. Okay, so a quarter note once again had that filled in note head or circle, and then a stem that goes down if it's above the third line. Okay, then we finish it out up, up, and I'm going to be a little adventurous and I'm going to go down. Okay, try that measure on your own. Number 4 is practice drawing 6 more eighth notes on A and 6 more eighth notes on note E. You should have 8 eighth notes in each measure. That's why they're called eighth notes. If you think of like a circle of a pie, okay, here's a piece of scratch paper, sorry. If you think of a piece of a circle, okay, here's our whole note. We divide that in half. We have 2 half notes. Here's our quarter note, quarter, 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 quarter. And if we slice that even more, okay, now we have 8 pieces all the way around. So that's why why we call them eighth notes. Okay, so here's A, and they kind of gave us an example, if you can see that on yours, and you just kind of go and make 6 more eighth notes. Okay, and then you're going to do the same thing with E. All right, you're going to make 6 more eighth notes on E. And then lastly, practice drawing 4 half notes on note B and 8 quarter notes on note C. Each measure, that's this up here, okay, or this section, must only have 4 beats, okay? So we need to practice drawing 4 half notes on B. So here's 1 half note, that's worth 2 beats. Here's another half note, that's worth 2 beats. So there's 4 beats there. Let's try that again. 1, 2, okay. 2 and 2 is 4. Now 8 quarter notes on C. So 1 quarter note, 2 quarter note, 3 quarter note, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. You fill in 1, 2, 3, 4. As you notice, my note making is not pretty, and it doesn't have to be. That's the cool thing about music. It can be individualistic if you like it to be. Okay, exercise 8 is you're going to practice drawing some treble clefs. Clefs, okay, that's this thing right here. Tell us what notes go on the lines or spaces. Okay, if you play flute, when you decide which instrument to play, if you play flute, clarinet, oboe, alto saxophone, tenor saxophone, French horn, or trombone, this is your clef. Okay, if you play bassoon, baritone, trombone, or tuba, you play another clef that we're going to get to soon. Okay, but they want you to practice drawing this clef 6 times after you practice do the given one. Now this one is where you're not going to be, it's not going to be pretty, and it's not going to follow what's written, and that's perfectly fine. Don't get stressed out over it, okay? I'm going to show you my easy way of doing it. It's a line, kind of like a bar line, and then line 5 and line 3, you're going to make a P, and then line 3 to line 1, you're going to make it kind of like another one, another P, and you're going to kind of swoop around, and then you're going to add the foot at the end. I'll do that again. You're going to go make a bar line, okay? Lines 5 to line 3, you're going to make it look like it's a uppercase P. Then you're going to kind of go around the back side, kind of bring a swoop around to the second line, and then add a foot. Okay, so you try that 6 more times. Okay, 10 is this. You're going to draw that clef at the beginning of each line in each measure. Okay, so there's going to be a treble clef in each of these. Okay, and as you can see, I'm going fast and it's getting a little sloppy, and that's okay. But then you're going to put a note on each name. Okay, so you're going to go F. That happens to be first space. Okay, D. That's up here. If we go E, F, G, A, B, C, D. Okay, E. Let's go right here. And then let's go G right there. Okay, and so forth. You try those ones on your own. Okay, then number 11, activity 11, wants you to do that clef sign again. Okay, and the more you practice, the faster you can go at it. Okay, and I'm not even adding the foot. Bad, Mr. Marshall. So I'm just going to go back and make myself feel good. Okay, and then it's going to ask you about what note to go. So a whole note, remember that's just a circle, is on B. So we're going to go B. Okay, quarter note on F. You have two options. I'm going to go here. Okay, and because I chose to go with the bottom F, my stem's got to go up. Okay, quarter note D. Okay, that's up here. I got to go down because it's above the third line. Half note B and down because of that. Okay, you try the bottom line on your own. Okay, a little hint too, since we're throwing some theory terms in for you. We already talked about how this is a bar line, right? Two bar lines, the space in between is called a measure. Here at the end, look how fancy this is. We've got a bar line and then the solid line here. This is called a double bar line. Okay, double bar line, and that means the end. Okay, so when you get to the end of the line of music as you're playing it and you see that double bar line, you know you've finished playing that piece of music. Okay, lastly, I think there's one more page. Let's just double check. Oh no, we've got more. We're gonna stop with activity 13 for this assignment. Okay, activity 12, draw the treble clef line. Okay, and use 4 quarter notes in each measure. Okay, this measure's didn't show up really well. Okay, to spell out each word. Okay, so you're gonna go A, G, E, D. Okay, and then you try feed, beef, and calf. Okay, and then number 13 is asking you to spell words. So complete the story of the missing instrument. Use the note names to help spell and fill in missing words and write the words in the blank. Okay, so Charlie is F. You know what? You don't worry about this one for right now, okay? Because it's a little messed up as I look at it and I realize. So stop for today at 12, okay? When you're done with this one, if you can just snap a picture of each of these pages with your phone, okay, and upload them as we've talked about in the videos from the school about uploading it to the OneDrive and sending it to me as an attachment. That way I know what you guys have done and I can give you the grade for the day. Okay? If you have any questions about anything, please email me. I'm available and I will get back to you as quickly as I can to answer those questions that you have when it comes to this part. All right, guys? You're doing great. Watch this video over and over again if you need to as you're going through this to get some help. All right? The more you watch something, the more you are paying attention to it, the easier it is for you later on down the line. All right? God's blessings. Continue to do great, guys. Goodbye.